Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us on the Grand News Desk right here on Crown Television. We're live on our Facebook page and YouTube channel, that is CrownTVZambia. You can catch us on 277 on DSTV, 23 on GoTV, 89 on Topstar. Let's have a look at the headlines. 8 suspects still at large in CHINGOLA businesswoman's murder case. Police probe high-profile cases as former intelligence chief is charged with 11 counts. CHOMA traditional leaders endorse government's development agenda, urge continuity. In sports, Wonderful Group marathon beyond the finishing line as proceeds are channeled towards dignity, health and opportunity. To read the Grand News, my name is Chinyimba Daisy Lusumpa. Now the details. 8 key suspects that allegedly murdered a CHINGOLA-based businesswoman are still on the run as police investigations into the murder case continues. Helen Kamutumbe met her fate after falsely being accused by a 25-year-old man of Kalumbila's Kisasa area to have mysteriously stolen his private parts. Northwestern Division Commanding Officer Brighton Sewale says police have been looking for the identified 8 suspects who have relocated from Kalumbila to other parts of the country, including neighboring countries. Mr. Sewale explains that police are actively pursuing the suspects and has since appealed to the suspect to come back home and answer to the charges.
2 months after a CHINGOLA-based woman was gruesomely murdered by a mob at Kalumbira's market, 8 suspects remain on the run. Helen Kamtumbe met her fate after forcefully accused by a 25-year-old man to have magically stolen his private parts. The incident occurred on 20th March 2026 at Kisasa Market in Kalumbira District. It was a shocking story that people in Kalumbira District and the country at large still talk about, and one that police say has not closed. Police have made arrests and 19 individuals have been charged with murder. In addition to these arrests, police are still looking for 8 suspects. Northwestern Division Commanding Officer Brighton Sewale now explains.
There are some key suspects we are looking for who have since relocated. And it's rumored some are going to neighboring countries. 8 key suspects are on the run. And the police were actively pursuing them.
Mr. Sewale's urged suspects who have relocated from Kalumbira to surrender themselves to police.
And maybe my appeal to them and the relatives, people around, just request them to turn down, come back home. There is no place like home. Let them come and answer to charges. Other than us, wasting government time, following you, pursuing you and resources, it should be doubled. Just one up and come back. Come and answer to charges. There are 8 who were identified in those videos and the information gathered through intelligence.
Patrick Mackay, Crown TV News, Solwezi.
Traditional leaders in CHOMA District, Southern Province, have pledged to continue supporting the government due to the development witnessed in just 5 years. Speaking during a community engagement meeting held in Mutandalike Ward, which was chaired by CHOMA District UPND Chairman Hicho Ndikiti, the traditional leaders revealed that in just 1 term of the UPND's tenure, the country has seen the introduction of the free education and political will to improve the agricultural sector, evidenced by the increased supply of farming inputs. They have since called upon the nation to give the new Dawn government an opportunity to complete the projects it has started. Meanwhile, the CHOMA District Youth Chairman noted that the development seen so far is as a result of voting for leaders who care.
The traditional leaders have continued to play an important role in governance and driving positive change. With the country being politically charged, different stakeholders have continued to give their opinions on the national political affairs, some calling for the change of government while others advocating for the return of the ruling party. Traditional leaders in Choma district in Southern Province have pledged to continue supporting the government due to the massive development witnessed in just 5 years of being in office. Speaking during a community engagement meeting held in Mutandalike ward, which was chaired by the Choma district UPND chairman Hacho Ndikiti, the traditional leaders revealed that in just one term of the UPND's tenure, the country has seen the introduction of free education policy and the political will to improve the agriculture sector as evident by the increase in supply of the farmers' input support. They've since called upon the nation to give the new Dawn government an opportunity to complete the projects in the next term.
President eno shuwa mbangari inga muntu uraswega aga hotere ijita bwenwe warega jibwe ora
tago no tuiga sosoroge pe dinokuganana kwangu kwamba uragwamba guti mwasiga kaiswe tobasi mabugu ndiswe tura abantu
ani uba kuti bana twagarega unjira munkomo kubaderera basi jigoro ruiya guri barai agabote yo mirimo tuyibona meho tu imari ACDF tagwe barwitwa buyawa tonse tulibwene mage mbori mbaba uzigoromboza sumpuga ima dressigi ibana tawe mwana ukaransi
ma mugati muzyuno igambo nkaga igambo gusanguna BPC fu organized digabotu in South no one is name.
Meanwhile, the Choma District Youth Chairman noted that the development seen so far is as a result of voting for a leader who cares. He further challenged the citizens to remain focused and vote for all candidates on the UPND ticket in order for the presidency to work effectively.
Chotyana ndo muno ndo sumpugo beregera antomwe kamba oti income yesu yabuguru shabulimi yeta kwamba oti ibantu bayita mpindu mawe baba tyani asambalige.
And the UPND district treasurer Obvious Zulu has outlined the various achievements scored by the UPND in just 5 years of being in office.
Muguyeya katwambira na masimpe bya aputwasiga twambira na masimpe tutabahi kamba muguyeya kutimano gake danto omwali 5 onsa yeya gabotu katuya mushuti ya kubika abantu mugabotu.
As the countdown to 13th August continues, the only question that will be answered after that is if the people will trust the UPND with another mandate or if they will give another party the mandate to rule the country until 2031. Tryford Bugowa Jr. reporting for Crown TV News in Choma District, Southern Province.
The UPND in NDOLA district says it has put differences aside following confusion that erupted during the filing of nomination for the mayoral seats and will now rally behind its adopted candidate. Addressing the media in NDOLA, UPND NDOLA district chairperson Onesmus Mudenda says the confusion was limited to an individual and did not affect the party's unity or stability. He states that all candidates have now agreed to rally behind Sharon Sofwa as the party's preferred candidate for the mayoral seat. Mr. Mudenda also reaffirmed that the party's preferred candidate for Bwanamkubwa constituency remains Warren Mwambazi, despite a court case filed against him by the Copperbelt Province Youth Chairperson Walen Hinyama.
After publicly displaying their divisions, the UPND in NDOLA district says it has now closed ranks and is rallying behind its adopted mayoral candidate, Sharon Sofwa. Despite earlier disagreements and open disagreements played out in public, UPND in NDOLA district officials have come together to pledge support and work with Ms. Sofwa as the party's preferred candidate for the mayoral seat.
I want to announce to the public that we are not divided. We are united. Very good. And we just want to send a very strong warning to the opposition. You should not take advantage of the in-house fighting because we are one family that is very united. Whether you like it or not, we are carrying the day on 13th August because we are working as a coordinated team.
And ourselves, we are going to support her 100%. We are going to work with her 24/7 and united. If you are not united, definitely takes to PK.
At this point, the party has given us Sharon Insofwa. She's a qualified candidate. She has met the conditions for the party and the conditions of ECZ. Therefore, I want to call upon members of the public and especially the people of NDOLA. Let us give her the respect that she deserves as a mayoral candidate based on those qualifications.
Speaking at a media briefing, UPND NDOLA District Chairman Onesmus Mudenda said the party is stronger than many think. He described the area fight as internal disagreements that can be resolved at any time.
It's no other than Sharon Insofwa, a woman for that matter who have the heart for the people. This is where we are as a district in our part. As a result, it's somewhere whereby you have got a lot of players that can all score, but you can only pick one. And
that a criminal had already found in who obtained the adoption certificate fraudulent. So we are here to put up the petition because for me, who is serving under a President Hakainde Hichilema, who believes in the rule of law, what has happened is criminal and it cannot be left unchecked. The nonsense, I call it a nonsense, which happened for someone who want to represent the people of Bwana Mkubwa can steal the adoption certificate.
Mkubwa constituency as a party duly elected is no other than Honorable Warren Mwambazi, and we have already started campaigning there.
I, for one, am very comfortable, I'm happy, because it's a party that I've chosen. The party is more bigger than me. The party stands for the people, and there's a reason why they have put him to be there. And every one of us has got something in the party, and I've got no worry, I'm not bitter. And to make it even better for all of you to know, as a journalist, we sat with my colleague, and he has appointed me as his campaign manager. I'm campaigning for him seriously, vigorously. I want to win Bwana Mkubwa big.
With that said, the question that many have is whether this reconciliation is genuine or just for show. How the party works together to secure victory in NDOLA district remains to be seen. Only time will tell if this unit holds until election day. Reporting for Crown TV News, I'm David Kunda in NDOLA district, Kupubel province.
UPPZ President Charles Chanda has endorsed President Hakainde Hichilema and the United Party for National Development ahead of the forthcoming general elections. Speaking to the media, Mr. Chanda said some opposition leaders seeking the presidency have not repented of corruption, cadreism and other practices that Zambians rejected in the 2021 elections. Mr. Chanda has since announced that his party has resolved to join the UPND alliance ahead of the August 13th general election. He said President Hichilema deserves another mandate to continue implementing the developmental agenda he began 5 years ago. Mr. Chanda further stated that he would mobilize support from rural communities and traditional leaders in backing President Hichilema's re-election bid.
Saying as UPPZ, we will give him the support this time. The reason we are giving him the support, he has 5 more years to prove and to say, Zambians, this is what I can deliver. And Mr. President, I'm addressing you. I'm not just coming as an individual, as CC, to bring this support to you. I come to represent our Royal Highnesses. They've been calling me. And it's because of the rural agenda that I had as UPPZ President. I'm representing our suffering Royal Highnesses. They need better treatment. And I'm saying, I'm coming to this alliance representing our Royal Highnesses. Let's improve on their accommodation issue. Let's improve on their transportation issue. We cannot treat members of parliament better than our Royal Highnesses. So I come with the support of many chiefs in this country, and they're also hearing me. We are saying, let's give them better houses. Let's give them electricity. Let's give them cars, the way we treat our MPs. Mr. President, I'm not coming alone. I'm coming with the support of our women in rural Zambia. They've been crying, and I've visited almost every province, and there's one cry. And they've been looking to UPPZ because of our agenda. Our women in rural Zambia are suffering. They have to walk long distances to go to clinics and hospitals. Some of them, they deliver their babies in the bush, and remember, hyenas go for little ones. They risk their babies to be eaten by hyenas because there are no hospitals.
Former Lunta Member of Parliament Mutoto Kafwaya has expressed concern over the state of democracy ahead of the 13th August 2026 elections. Mr. Kafwaya alleged that opposition and independent candidates are facing intimidation and political violence, raising questions about the credibility of the electoral process. He further questioned whether the current political environment would allow for free and fair elections and urged authorities to uphold constitutional rights and democratic principles. Speaking at the same briefing, former Lokesha Member of Parliament George Chisanga said the Tonse Alliance remains united and prepared for the elections despite what he described as intimidation by the ruling party.
That what UPND has demonstrated is a very bad standard of democracy. First of all, it is incorrect to circumvent a person from contesting an election, whether that person wants to contest on NRPUP or that they want to contest on UPND or even as an independent. People's rights to participate in an election must be respected because this is constitutional. Failing to let people contest elections if they do want and they qualify is in fact violating their constitutional rights. Do you recall what UPND did to the Democratic Party? Honorable Harikarawa had to form a new political party. Are you able to remember what they did to the National Democratic Party?
Zambia is experiencing one of the most violent incidences from the time that the nominations were filed up to now. In fact, these instances started even before the filing of nominations, and most of the fights were within the camp of the UPND. At that time, we could not be very concerned because we didn't know what was causing the infighting within the UPND. But of course, it became very clear soon thereafter, because most of those who would have been very formidable members of parliament, mayors, and even council chairpersons in the UPND were frustrated into not fighting. And that was after they had their credentials removed from them. If you heard, the UPND had suggested that each one should surrender their regional certificates of grade 12 and other credentials as they were vying to be not to be adopted for standing on the UPND tickets. The idea was clearly because they wanted to make sure that they reduce the number of those who are going to stand either on our tickets or on independent.
Colleagues have expressed concerns about the Electoral Commission of Zambia. At least we appreciate that they've given guidance on the issue of those that have filed in as independents. But we still want to call upon the Electoral Commission of Zambia to take action by enforcing the electoral process law. Violence is prohibited even in the supreme document of the land, the Constitution. Therefore, you must not just end about at condemning the actions, the violence that took place in various nomination centers. We would like you to take action. as you are mandated. Anti-Corruption Commission, you can't be sleepy and only wait for instructions on who to pursue. There are cases of corrupt activities that have been highlighted, that have been reported. People being enticed to withdraw their valid filed nominations.
The Electoral Commission of Zambia has launched an online electoral conflict management system aimed at enhancing the timely and transparent resolution of election-related disputes. Speaking during the launch, Commission Chairperson Mwangala Zalomis says the platform has been introduced to ensure electoral conflicts are addressed swiftly before they escalate into more serious disputes. Ms. Zalomis has noted that the digital system will improve efficiency, accountability and accessibility in handling complaints and conflicts arising from the electoral process. The Commission has also unveiled an online accreditation system designed to simplify and streamline the accreditation process for stakeholders ahead of the 13th August 2026 pause, allowing applicants to submit and track their accreditation request electronically.
With just over 60 days remaining before Zambia heads to the polls, the Electoral Commission of Zambia has embraced technology as part of efforts to promote peaceful, transparent and credible elections. The Commission has unveiled 2 digital platforms aimed at improving election management and stakeholder participation. The systems will facilitate the accreditation of media personnel and other election stakeholders, while also providing a platform for reporting and managing electoral conflicts. Speaking during the launch, ECZ Chairperson Mwangala Zalomis says the introduction of the systems demonstrates the Commission's commitment to strengthening the credibility, transparency and integrity of the electoral process. Ms. Zalomis has noted that the platforms have been designed to be user-friendly and accessible to all stakeholders, ensuring that electoral concerns are addressed efficiently and in a timely manner.
The Commission has approved and resolved to deploy an innovative conflict management early warning system for the 2026 general election. I'll repeat that. To change this narrative, the Commission has approved and resolved to deploy an innovative conflict management early warning system, which we called EWS, for the 2026 general election.
Meanwhile, ECZ Chief Electoral Officer Brown Kasaro says the Commission will work closely with key stakeholders, including the Zambia Police, to ensure that electoral disputes are effectively managed and resolved. Mr. Kasaro has emphasized that maintaining peace during the electoral period requires collaboration among all institutions involved in the electoral process.
Now, that does not preclude the police from executing their mandate, their national mandate, in terms of law and order. So, given that in that case there would be eyewitnesses, they would go ahead to call for backup or need make arrests where it's necessary to do so, to execute their mandate. So, if it's a criminal offense that is happening, you don't necessarily need to say, no, let me, but the returning officer issue an instruction for me to. So this is why we did indicate that in all these incidences, there's that close collaboration so that we make sure that the operations at the polling station or indeed at the nomination center or totaling center are as peaceful as possible.
And ECZ Information and Communication Technology Director Collins Kachaka has called on citizens to actively participate in promoting peaceful elections by reporting incidents of electoral conflict through the newly launched platform instead of relying solely on the media to raise concerns.
This is an issue which we in the IT have debated for years. It requires national funding. This is important that all systems in the country in Zambia should be in Bemba, should be in Chewa, should be in Tonga, should be in Ruvale, should be in Lozi, should be in Kaonde, and so on. so that to allow all citizens to participate in the economy. To do that in IT, we need a dictionary which is online in Bemba, in Chewa, in Lozik, in Tonga, in Ruvale, Lunda, and so on.
Still in the news tonight, respecting elders is a value many people are taught from a young age. But for one 32-year-old man, failing to uphold that value ended in court after he was accused of speaking vulgar language, or rather uttering unfiltered words towards a 52-year-old woman. This unacceptable act has, however, resulted in paying her a 5,000 compensation as ordered by the court. Let's get more in this report.
He thought he would get away with insulting a woman who is 24 years older than him, but Meshach Mabel was mistaken. Matero Magistrate Harriet Mlenga has rebuked a 32-year-old woman after he allegedly uttered offensive and inappropriate words against a 52-year-old woman, insults that left not only those present in court shocked, but also the magistrate herself. The complainant Regina Chanda tells the court that Meshach insulted her by saying she should learn how to shave her private parts from her own mother. She explains that the remarks deeply offended her, especially considering that the man making such statements is young enough to be her own son. Regina further tells court that Meshach had on several occasions accused her of sending rats into his house to steal relish from his cooking pot. He also allegedly blamed her for the disappearance of money that he kept in a book. The 52-year-old woman also says that because she would often intervene and try to stop arguments between Meshach and his wife, he would use those opportunities to insult her. She adds that Meshach also claims that she would not be pleased most of the times after hearing him pray. On the other hand, Meshach presented a different version of the story. He tells court that the insults were not directed at Regina, but at the rats in his house, which he says had become a source of frustration due to their large numbers. He denied ever insulting the woman. However, Magistrate Harriet Mlenga was angry with Meshach's conduct, stating that such behavior was only inviting a curse upon his life. The court reminded him that every elderly woman should be regarded and respected as a mother, regardless of the blood relations. As a result, the court ordered Meshach to compensate Regina Chanda with 5,000 kwacha as a way of teaching him a lesson and deterring him from engaging in similar behavior in the future. And now, Meshach will be paying her 5,000 kwacha, money that he probably should have used for other things. The case serves as a reminder that respect for elders is important and that respect should always be mutual. As stated in Leviticus 19 verse 32, stand up in the presence of the aged, show respect for the elderly, and fear God. Kundej, Sachingalesu, Ngandu, reporting for Crown TV News in Lusaka.
Thank you for that report. We now get to a segment called Letter to the President, where you can write your letter using SMS or WhatsApp to the number 0974-314807. That is 0974-314807. Tonight's letter to the President reads:
Dear Mr. President, I write to you as a concerned citizen who is deeply committed to the progress and prosperity of our nation. As President, you carry the immense responsibility of leading Zambia through both opportunities and challenges, and it is in that spirit that I respectfully share my thoughts. While your administration has made notable efforts in advancing national development, many citizens continue to face significant economic and social hardships. There is a growing perception among some members of the public that their realities experienced by ordinary Zambians may not always be fully reflected in the information reaching your office. Strong leadership is strengthened by honest counsel. It is important, Mr. President, that those entrusted with advising you present an accurate picture of the challenges facing citizens, including concerns that may be uncomfortable but necessary to address. Open and truthful communication between leaders and the people is essential for effective governance. Your Excellency, sir, I humbly encourage you to continue engaging directly with communities across the country, listening to diverse perspectives and ensuring that the voices of ordinary citizens ahead at the highest level of decision-making. Such engagements, Mr. President, can help build trust, strengthen public confidence, and guide policies that respond to the genuine needs of our people. Zambians desire leadership that remains connected to their daily struggles, listens attentively to their concerns, and acts decisively to improve their lives. Addressing these concerns will not only strengthen national unity, Mr. President, but also reinforce the bond between the government and the people it serves. My sincere hope is that these observations will be received in a constructive spirit in which they are offered for the benefit of our nation and future generations. May God grant you wisdom, strength, and guidance as you continue to serve the people of Zambia. This letter is coming from a concerned Zambian citizen.
Let's have a look at the weather forecast for 3rd of June 2026. A relatively moist airflow from the southeastern continues to affect the weather over most parts of Zambia, leading to partly cloudy and warm conditions, especially over the northeastern parts of the country. Luapula, Northern and Mochinga provinces have few clouds, windy at times and mild. Southern, Western, Northwestern, Copperbelt, Eastern, Central and Osaka provinces have clear skies, windy at times and mild to cool. This weather forecast is produced by the Zambia Meteorological Department that is under the Ministry of Green Economy and Environment. You're still watching the Grand News right here on Crown Television. For now, take a break.
On a busy day in Lusaka, right in the middle of a vlogging, Mr. Simon Mwela's phone battery died. Well, he knew what to do next. He called Zambia's top cell phone and accessories dealer. In a flash, problem solved. Across town, Dr. Siatwambo was getting ready for a presentation when he realized that his PA forgot something. A quick call to Mobile City and his projector screen was delivered in no time. Meanwhile, Vana Fiasasa was about to leave for the village when she remembered she needed a phone upgrade. One call to Mobile City and a new phone arrived just in time. Vana Fiasasa snapping a selfie before hitting the road? But wait, I thought the other guys were in a hurry. For free, fast and reliable delivery, trust Mobile City. Beware of scammers. Mobile City Delivery. You order, we deliver.
The Zambia Travel Expo ZATEX is back. Stronger, more connected, more impactful. Welcome to ZATEX 2026 from June 4th to the 6th, where opportunity meets authenticity. Driven by the spirit of Zambia moves you. This premier event once again brings together global tourism buyers, investors, and tourism leaders to one of Africa's most compelling destinations. On June 4th, make meaningful interactions with tourism buyers at the Buyers Day, curated business-to-business engagements. On June 5th, join us at the ZATEX official opening to be officiated by President Hakainde Hichilema. On June 6th, Consumer Day, a vibrant showcase of culture, travel experiences, and live entertainment. ZATEX 2026 is back, showcasing the very best of Zambia. Register at www.zatex.org. ZATEX 2026, building authentic and sustainable tourism through partnerships.
The Ultimate Business Stage is back. From the 1st to the 7th of July, the trade fairgrounds in NDOLA will be buzzing with endless opportunities. But how does your business stand out in the crowd? You get on the big screen with Crown TV. We will be live in NDOLA, ready to take your brand straight into the homes of millions. From primetime commercials to exclusive event coverage, we create advertising that drives real results. Don't miss out. Visit the Crown TV stand in NDOLA between July 1st and July 7th or contact our sales team today to secure your special trade fair advertising package. Crown TV. Feel the honor.
Welcome back. We'll continue with the news. An Anti-Corruption Commission ACC lawyer accused of theft by a public servant and destroying evidence has denied both charges before the Lusaka Magistrates Court. The court has since adjourned the matter to 12 June 2026 to allow the defense to prepare and to determine an application for bail pending trial.
The Corruption Commission lawyer Elias Mfukwe 30 of Chalele area has appeared before Magistrate Martin Namushi, facing 2 criminal charges. When the matter came up for plea, the state represented by Salome Tembo and Peter Imanga informed the court that it had an application to amend the dates and particulars of the offences. The prosecution submitted that the date in the first count should read March 13, 2026, while the second count should state that the alleged offence occurred between March 13 and May 24, 2026. The application was made pursuant to Section 30 of the Criminal Procedure Code. Defence counsel Isaac Mwenda, Chilembo and Associates indicated that he had no objection to the proposed amendment. Following the amendment, Mfukwe was formally charged with 1 count of theft by public servant in which he is alleged to have stolen 20,000 kwacha from the SCC exhibition office. He has denied the charge. He also denied the second charge of destroying evidence. The state informed the court that it was ready to proceed with trial. However, the defense requested an adjournment, stating that it had not yet received full instructions from the accused. Counsel further submitted that Mfukwe was emotionally traumatized after recently receiving a dismissal letter and had also been in custody, making the defense unprepared to proceed. In response, the state says it did not object to the application for adjournment and was prepared to give the defense the benefit of doubt. Magistrate Namushi directed the defense to file a formal application for bail pending trial. He stated that although the application was brief, he could not hear it immediately as he had other matters before the court. The defense was instructed to file the application on Thursday, with the state expected to file its response on Friday. The matter has been adjourned to June 12, 2026 for ruling. Kundej, Sachingelesu, Ngandu, reporting for Crown TV News in Lusaka.
Police are actively pursuing several high-profile cases. One of the most prominent involves former intelligence chief Xavier Chungu, who has been formally charged with 7 counts of communicating classified information under the State Security Act, 3 counts of seditious practices, and 1 count of unlawful disclosure under the Zambia Security Intelligence Service Act. Mr. Chungu is alleged to have disclosed confidential information and made seditious statements in Lusaka's New Kasama area on 24th of May 2026. He remains in police custody awaiting his court appearances. Authorities are also investigating other serious matters, including forgery of academic qualifications by aspiring candidates seeking elective office, a rape case in Lusaka's Kanyama compound, and the death of a suspect while in police custody in Chinsali. Police spokesperson Godfrey Chilabi confirmed that in the Kanyama case, a 22-year-old woman has reported repeated abuse by her biological father while they lived together. Investigations into this matter are ongoing.
The reports comprise 6 cases in Lusaka, 1 in Kitwe, 1 in Mansa, and 2 in Chipata. Investigations are ongoing in Lusaka, Kitwe, Mansa, and in one of the cases in Chipata. In Chipata, one suspect has been arrested and is awaiting court appearance, while the other case remains under investigation. The Zambia Police Service remains committed to ensuring that all individuals involved in the production, possession, or use of forged academic documents are identified and brought to justice. Alleged rape case, Kanyama Compound, Lusaka. The Zambia Police Service has instituted investigations into a matter involving a 22-year-old female of Kanyama Compound, Lusaka, following the circulation of a video on social media in which she made allegations of sexual abuse. The complainant alleged that her father, aged between 58 and 61, and of Petauke District, Eastern Province, sexually abused her on several occasions while they resided together. The matter was formally taken up by officers from the Victim Support Unit on June 1, 2026, and investigations are ongoing. The Zambia Police Service assures members of the public that the matter is being handled professionally and sensitively with due regard for the safety, dignity, welfare, and rights of all parties involved.
Government has called for intensified efforts in waste management across markets and communities, citing the growing challenge of indiscriminate waste disposal. Speaking during a cleanup exercise in Lusaka's Counter Square Stage 1, officials note that poor waste disposal practices continue to pose serious environmental and public health concerns in many communities. Details in this report.
In preparation for the World Environment Day, which falls on June 5, the Ministry of Green Economy and Environment, in partnership with the Lusaka Integrated Waste Management Company, has launched a cleanup exercise in selected parts of Lusaka aimed at promoting cleaner and healthier communities. The exercise, which commenced on Wednesday morning, seeks to encourage residents to take an active role in maintaining clean, green and healthy surroundings while raising awareness about proper waste management practices. Speaking during the exercise, Ministry Director for Environment, Mayando Kanyanda, emphasized the need for communities to take responsibility for the waste they generate, noting that effective waste management begins at household level and at the community level.
World Environment Day will be hosted tomorrow on Friday. That is at Lusaka National Park, and this is one of the set activities that we have set up as a ministry to demonstrate that cleanliness is part of our fight to climate change.
Meanwhile, Lusaka Integrated Waste Management Company Senior Community Services and Education Officer Chinyimba has expressed concern over the continued indiscriminate disposal of waste in many communities, stressing the importance of residents subscribing to formal waste collection services to help address the growing challenge of unmanaged waste.
So we want to demonstrate the importance of keeping our communities clean by way of ensuring that all solid waste issues are taken care of. So we are cleaning our drainage around the market area and also the community through litter picking exercises to remove all the indiscriminately disposed of waste material. So this is very important because climate change issues and solid waste management issues go hand in hand. We may need to know that when we do not dispose of our waste properly, in terms of especially organic waste material, there's greenhouse gases that are emitted from this waste material that go up into the atmosphere, thereby contributing to the occurrence of climate change. And also we need to ensure that we live in a clean environment as a community.
And residents and traders in the area have welcomed the cleanup initiative, describing it as timely and necessary, but they have appealed for the deployment of more waste collectors and improved waste collection services to prevent garbage from accumulating in their communities.
Like to us, like us here, like the marketeers and the councils which we have here, I think we are lacking the manpower concerning the garbage issues. So we could like to engage the authorities who are mandated to do so that they can help us with the manpower.
We are proud of the situation that is happening right now. You know, every environment needs to be clean because the world has got a lot of diseases, so we cannot even know where they're picking diseases from. We thank the team that has come to help us clean the community. And that's why I've embarked on this journey to join the team that has come so that we clean the community.
For Crown TV News, Tawanda Munyuki.
Chief Mpamba has described the late Paramount Chief Mpezeni as a beacon of peace and unity in the country. Speaking through Mpamba Royal Establishment spokesperson Teleman Thomas Zulu, the traditional leader said the late chief was a unifier who embraced people from all tribes and backgrounds. He said Paramount Chief Mpezeni will be remembered for his discipline, wisdom and unwavering message of peace. Chief Mpamba further noted that the late traditional leader's legacy of promoting harmony and coexistence among Zambia's diverse communities will continue to inspire future generations.
On behalf of the Mpamba Royal Establishment of the Tumbuka people of Rundas district, we join the entire nation in mourning the passing of the Paramount Chief Inyande Zulu Inkosi Yamankosi Mpezeni Kazwangenda wa Mpezeni 4 David Njengemba Sojere Kakuzwaho Kakilova. The late Paramount Chief was a beacon of wisdom, a unifier and a shelter that accommodated everyone regardless of status. Gowewe Nkosi Murutemakora Vyapara Pepani Kubanja na wadada senior chief Nzamane Agogwa Mazimawe na mafumu wose ya Chingoni. Chuta ndiye wa Mkwimiskeni Murutemakora Gogo na Mungani Maro Matemba Ndisebakurira Etemba
And the Ngoni Royal Establishment has announced that the body of Paramount Chief Mpezeni will depart Lusaka for Chipata on Thursday, 4th June 2026 at 11 hours from the Zambia Air Force Base at Kenneth Kaunda International Airport. Upon arrival in Chipata, the body will be transported by road from Chipata Airport to Ekupendukeni Palace, where it will lie in state until the day of burial. The burial of His Majesty is scheduled to take place on Tuesday, 9th June 2026 at the Royal Resting Ground in Feni Village in Chipata. Senior Chief Zamane and Mazimawe announced these arrangements during a media briefing held at Ekupendukeni Palace. Meanwhile, the Ngoni Royal Establishment has called on political figures to respect funeral procedures and refrain from using the occasion for political gain.
Going to receive the mortal remains of Chinyimba Daisy Lusumpa on Thursday, which is tomorrow. And most likely, if all goes according to plan, the plane carrying the mortal remains will take off at 11 from Lusaka, and it is going to be a 1-hour flight into Chipata. From there, the body will be brought here, the Pendukeni Palace, and the body will lie in state until Tuesday, 9th of June 2026. So there are no issues of taking the body anywhere other than from where it is to Chipata. You must have been seeing on social media, those are mere fabrications with malicious intent meant to injure Ngonis as we are mourning. The only official communication is the one that we've just received through Nkosi Munukwa. And as we are speaking to you, the mortal remains of Inkosi Yamakosi Mpezeni IV are right now in our hands through Inkosi Maguya and the indonors that went with him. So this is the true picture of what is on the ground. And we further advise our children, the political players, please don't use this situation to gain numbers, to advance your political machinations. Think about it. How are you going to approach us as you will be campaigning if you are injuring us now during this period? Because we are in pain. For how long are we going to be talking about this? So the communication will only be handled in this manner as presented by Nkosi Mulungwa. I thought I touch on other things that you might not have mentioned because social media has been watched from yesterday, and it's pity that innocent people, innocent offices are being abused. I think Zambia as Christians.
Thank you so much for that report. We take our last set of commercials. Coming up, sports news.
At Africa Research University, we believe that higher education is not just about learning. It's about transformation, impact, and excellence. Our postgraduate programs, including the Doctor of Philosophy in Development Studies, are designed for professionals and researchers who seek to contribute meaningfully to knowledge, policy, and practice. Each doctoral journey is research-driven and culminates in a dissertation, reflecting the highest academic standards. In addition, we offer a wide range of master's programs, from public health to education management, public administration, and the Master of Business Administration with diverse specializations like economics, strategy and leadership, project management, human resource management, marketing, management, and financial management, empowering you to lead with vision and expertise. At the undergraduate level, our Bachelor of Business Administration provides multiple specializations like business management, economics and finance, project management, human resource management, marketing management, education management, financial management, corporate risk and security, management and purchasing and supply, all tailored to today's global and regional market needs. Why choose Africa Research University? Because we combine flexible study options, affordable fees, world-class online learning platforms, and an international perspective, all committed to shaping graduates of excellence. Begin your journey today. Contact our admissions team on +2 60 77 30 2934. That's +2 607 730 2934 or email marketing@africaresearchuniversity.com. Africa Research University. Grow, prosper, excel.
Everyone wonders why I'm always jovial and happy. Every day, every time. At work, even under pressure. At play, always under control. Even with Bay, I always shine. And today, I get to share my secret My secret companion, Best Kombucha, gives me the energy but also boosting my immune system as I go by my day-to-day activities.
Toileta mami we best kombucha sonwengu. Toileta daddy we best kombucha sonwengu. Iye nani best kombucha. Best kombucha. Iye nani mwa kombucha.
Now you know.
Best kombucha. Iye nani best kombucha. Nutricom best kombucha.
The Zambia Travel Expo ZATEX is back. Stronger, more connected, more impactful. Welcome to ZATEX 2026 from June 4th to the 6th, where opportunity meets authenticity. Driven by the spirit of Zambia moves you. This premier event once again brings together global tourism buyers, investors, and tourism leaders to one of Africa's most compelling destinations. On June 4th, make meaningful interactions with tourism buyers at the Buyers Day, curated business-to-business engagements. On June 5th, join us at the ZATEX official opening to be officiated by President Hakainde Hichilema. On June 6th, Consumer Day, a vibrant showcase of culture, travel experiences, and live entertainment. ZATEX 2026 is back, showcasing the very best of Zambia. Register at www.zatex.org. ZATEX 2026, building authentic and sustainable tourism through partnerships.
This sports news is sponsored by Nutricom, the manufacturers of Best Kombucha, and Divine Power Kombucha.
Welcome back in sports news tonight. Kenya women national team has arrived in the country ahead of Four Nations tournament in NDOLA. Details after a word from our sponsors.
Everyone wonders why I'm always jovial and happy. Every day, every time. At work, even under pressure. At play, always under control. Even with Bay, I always shine. And today, I get to share my secret companion, Best Kombucha. Gives me the energy but also boosting my immune system as I go by my day-to-day activities.
Toileta mami we best kombucha sonwengu. Toileta daddy we best kombucha sonwengu. Iye nani best kombucha. Best kombucha. Iye nani mwa kombucha.
Now you know.
Best kombucha. Iye nani best kombucha. Nutricom best kombucha.
Details in sports news. National Sports Council of Zambia Climate Run Marathon has received a 5,000 hydration sponsorship. This has been done through a 3-year agreement for hydration graced by the Ministry of Sports Permanent Secretary Kangwa Chileshe. NSCZ Chief Executive Officer Sombwa Musunsa says this will help achieve the objectives of the marathon. This year's Climate Run Marathon is slated for 27th of June, and Mr. Chileshe has commended National Sports Council for the partnership, adding that it will help deal with climate challenges.
Sustainable tools when it comes to issues to do with environmental protection, so that we can reverse the effects of environmental degradation that Zambia and the globe at large are suffering from. And so for us, we are delighted, guest of honor, that you are able to join us so that we can officially welcome Varun Beverages on board as the official hydration sponsor.
With Beverages, I extend our sincere appreciation for your support, your investment in the Zambia Climate Run, coupled with your commitment to recycling and responsible waste management. This reflects the kind of private sector partnership that government seeks to encourage. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, I'm pleased to note that the Ministry of Green Economy and the Environment has officially endorsed the Zambia Climate Run as a nationally recognized event and has committed its support and
What makes Zambia Climate Run unique is its ability to use sports as a powerful platform for education, awareness, and positive social impact.
Thank you so much.
Sport has the power to unite people from different backgrounds around one common purpose. It inspires discipline, teamwork, and action. The PSR, through this initiative, thousands of people will not only participate in the sporting activity, but will also engage with an important message around environmental responsibility and climate action.
The government says sports development, youth empowerment, and the growth of creative industries remain central to Zambia's national development agenda. Ministry of Youth, Sports and Arts Permanent Secretary for Youth and Sports, Kangwa Chileshe, said during the official launch of the Calling Black Label FIFA World Cup campaign held last evening. Mr. Chileshe said the government recognizes the important role sports, particularly football, plays in fostering social cohesion, promoting healthy lifestyles, and creating opportunities for young people across the country. Meanwhile, Zambian Breweries Country Director Thais Kavinato said the campaign presents an opportunity for the company to deepen customer engagement while accelerating business growth.
This is more than a sponsorship. It's bringing together a world-class beer, a world-class event united by you, our esteemed consumers. Calling Black Label continues to stand for one thing: championship. The mindset of pushing further, showing resilience, and rising to the moment. Football embodies those same values: the pursuit of excellence, the pride of representing something bigger than yourself, and a unifying power of shared victory. And also represents a lot of the values of Zambia. Unity.
Demonstrates exemplary corporate citizenship and a genuine commitment to enriching the social and cultural fabric of our nation. By creating platforms that enable football enthusiasts across our country to connect, celebrate, experience the thrill of FIFA World Cup together, you are contributing significantly to the growth of our sports culture and the entertainment industry. Furthermore, initiatives such as these align perfectly with the government's policy of encouraging public-private partnerships in sports development, partnerships that add value, create employment, and enhance the quality of life for all Zambians. As we embrace this exciting campaign and the global football celebration it represents, we must emphasize the importance of responsible enjoyment. Drink responsibly.
So in sports news, Wonderful Group has turned marathon miles into real change after handing over projects that keep girls in class, push women's football forward, and feed vulnerable children in Lusaka. The post-race pledges show how sport can fund dignity, health, and opportunity, with 97,000 kwacha from the event now channeled into women and girls programs. Organizers say the race did not end at the finish line. It started new journeys for communities.
Wonderful Group has handed over several community support initiatives aimed at empowering girls, supporting women, and improving livelihoods in Zambia. Speaking during the post-Wonderful Group marathon event, Wonderful Group Chief Financial Controller Zhao Zhao said the initiatives were part of the commitments made through the Wonderful Marathon. Zhao announced that the company, in partnership with World Vision Zambia, will provide washable sanitary wear to 300 girls to help improve school attendance and menstrual hygiene management. He further revealed that this support had been extended to the banned women's football team as part of the efforts to promote women's empowerment through sport.
Through our partnership with World Vision, we are contributing toward empower 300 girls by providing washable sanitary wear, ensure dignity, improve health, and continue access to education. We are also proud to support Bantu Women Football Team, a powerful symbol of opportunity, growth, and the rising role of women in sport.
Meanwhile, Zanaco has spread an additional 100,000 kwacha to reward the youngest top-performing runner in the Wonderful Group Marathon, with the best performing boy and girl each set to receive 50,000 kwacha. Zanaco Bank Chief Financial Officer Kalaloka Itwi said the bank was proud to have supported the event with 500,000 kwacha, describing the marathon as a strong demonstration of unity, resilience and community spirit. He said empowering women remains key to sustainable development and reaffirmed his company's commitment to promoting financial inclusion through initiatives such as the Z Women's Banking Proposition.
We are proud to have partnered with the Wonderful Group in delivering this successful initiative with a contribution of 500,000 kwacha. Our involvement goes beyond sponsorship. It is a reflection of our commitment to supporting initiatives that strengthen communities, promote well-being, and create lasting opportunities. So as we reflect today, it is important to recognize that the true success of the marathon lies in the impact it will continue to make.
And Osaka Fitness Squad President Kataichola said sport has the power to create opportunities, promote health and inclusion, and unite people from different backgrounds.
Whose resilience, courage, and dedication continue to inspire us all. Their participation reminds us that sport has the power to break barriers, create opportunities, and unite people from all walks of life. As we have been part of the marathon process, we do so in recognizing outstanding effort, perseverance, and the spirit of excellence demonstrated through this event.
Several other stakeholders commended the initiative, describing it as meaningful contribution towards community development and social inclusion. Anton Chomba, Crown TV News, Lusaka.
The National Heroes Stadium playing turf has been declared fit for games. This was after inspection by the Ministry of Sports Permanent Secretary Kangwa Chileshe. Stadium contractor Marius van Niekerk says the armyworm infestation has been dealt with and the field is in perfect condition. And Kangwa says he is impressed with the works at Heroes. He revealed that the first game to be played on the turf will be in July 2026.
Singular plant. It takes a little bit longer than the normal standard field to come back.
Okay. But ideally, if you maintain it well, it lasts long.
It lasts.
Very good. That's what people.
No, it lasts.
Yeah. But that's the reason why
You
we
do-
polarized
you do
towards
your
a-
yearly
towards a
interceding
hybrid, because
equal.
we were told that if we maintain it well,
Yes.
it lasts longer
It does.
than a natural
Yeah.
turf. That's
Yeah.
all.
I'm impressed. I will confess to you, I was very worried. You know, like most Zambians, when I heard that there was an infestation of armyworms, I didn't even want to come here. I was so depressed, you know. And then I saw the pictures. The grass looked brown from the beautiful pictures that we had sent. I think Honorable Elvis Nkandwa had put some pictures on his page and also on the ministry page that everybody was commending us for a marvelous job that was done to the turf. And so to see this infestation of armyworms was very disappointing. To look at the state of the grass now, obviously look at it, it's green. It's picking up. Of course it can be better, it needs to be cut, but it's been restored. That's very good. Looking back in hindsight, I'm also sad but also happy that the infestation of the armyworms happened while the team is here. Now you can imagine, had we procured the turf turf handed over, and then we had infestation of army.
And lastly, in sports news, the Kenyan women national team has arrived in the country ahead of the Zambia Four Nations tournament in NDOLA. The Harambee Starlets arrived at the Kenneth International Airport at 14 hours aboard Kenyan Airlines. The team was welcomed by FAR's Deputy General Secretary Eva Lengwe and FAR's Head of Communications and Media Nkweto Tembwe. Zambia will play Kenya on Saturday, 6th of June 2026 at Levi Mwanawasa Stadium in NDOLA. Both Zambia and Kenya are using the Four Nations tournament to prepare for the Women Africa Cup of Nations that kicks off next month. That wraps up sports news tonight, and another word from our sponsors.
This sports news is sponsored by Nutricom, the manufacturers of Best Kombucha and Divine Power Kombucha.
To end the grand news tonight, a recap of the headlines. 8 suspects still at large in CHINGOLA businesswoman's murder case. Police probe high-profile cases as former intelligence chief is charged with 11 counts. CHOMA traditional leaders endorse government's development agenda, urge continuity. And in sports, wonderful group marathon beyond the finishing line as proceeds are channeled towards dignity, health and opportunity. Thank you so much for watching the Grand News right here on Crown Television. Make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms. That is Crown TV Zambia. My name is Chinyimba Daisy Lusumpa. Continue watching Crown Television. Good night.